Good afternoon. My name is Lida Elders, and today I will be teaching you about Emily Dickinson and why I believe she should be included into this class. The Belle of Amherst and a Voice for Eternity. Let's start with a simple question. How many of you have ever felt like your voice or ideas didn't really fit in with the rest of the world? Emily Dickinson spent most of her life in quiet isolation, yet her words resonated for generations. Today, I'm going to walk you through her life, major works, and why she absolutely deserves a place in this class and in the broader canon of American literature. Now, I'm going to be talking about Emily Dickinson's life. Emily Dickinson was born on December 10, 1830, in Amherst, Massachusetts. She was born into a prominent but conservative family. She was the second of 3 children and grew up in a strict and religious household. Her father was a lawyer and a congressman. Her family valued education, which provided her with a rich environment, although it was also strict and religious. She attended Mount Holyoke Female Seminary briefly, but left after a year due to health issues and possibly her discomfort with the school's evangelical atmosphere. Emily was deeply intelligent and well-read, although she preferred self-study to formal education. Throughout her life, she remained in Amherst, rarely leaving her family home. As she matured, Emily withdrew from public life. She became increasingly reclusive, dressing in white and often speaking to visitors from behind a door. Despite her seclusion, she maintained deep relationships through letters with friends and family, sharing her thoughts, ideas, and occasionally some of her poems. Dickinson passed away in 1886 from Bright's disease, a kidney condition, leaving behind nearly 1,800 poems. She wrote so many poems during her lifetime, yet fewer than a dozen were published while she was alive. This is about her major works now. Dickinson's poetry often explores themes of nature, death, immortality, love, and the human condition. Her poems are marked by their emotional depth and innovative use of language. She employed unconventional punctuation, irregular meter, and slant rhyme, which were groundbreaking at the time. Death and immortality. She is most associated with her exploration of death and the afterlife. In poems like Because I Could Not Stop for Death, she personifies death as a polite carriage driver taking her on a journey to eternity. She portrays death not as something to fear, but as a natural part of life. She also loved to explore the natural world, often using it as a metaphor for human emotions and spiritual truths. In A Narrow Fellow in the Grass, for instance, she describes a snake in vivid sensory details, blending beauty with unease. She often wrote about love and human connection, but always through a lens of distance or longing. Whether addressing unrequited love or the tension between intimacy and independence, her poems resonate with universal human experiences. This is a slide about legacy and importance. Dickinson's poetry was largely unpublished during her lifetime. Like I said before, only less than a dozen, I'm pretty sure, was published while she was alive. But her sister, Lavinia, discovered her manuscripts after Emily's death and worked to bring them to the public. Today, she is celebrated for her modern sensibilities and willingness to defy poetic norms. Dickinson's innovative style influenced countless poets, pushing the boundaries of what poetry could express. Studying Emily Dickinson teaches us the power of introspection and the importance of challenging traditional forms. Her ability to express complex emotions and universal themes makes her work timeless and relatable. And then this is a list of reasons why I truly believe that she belongs in this class. Emily Dickinson broke every rule of 19th century poetry. She used slant rhyme words that almost rhyme but not quite, irregular punctuation, especially her signature dashes, and compact, fragmented lines that pack a punch. Her unconventional style paved the way for modernist poets like T.S. Eliot and E.E. Cumming, and her work continues to inspire writers today. At a time when women's voices were often silenced, she defied expectations, creating a body of work that speaks to the complexities of being a woman in a restrictive society. She embodies the courage to live and think independently. Her poetry speaks directly to readers. Her compact, enigmatic style invites interpretation, making her work a great starting point for class discussions. Including Dickinson in this course allows us to discuss not just her poetry, but also the role of women in literature and how personal struggles can lead to profound artistic achievements. This last slide is basically a conclusion to sum up everything I have taught to you today. Emily Dickinson is more than just a poet. She brings a bridge between the personal and the universal, the 19th century and today. Her life reminds us that even in solitude, our voices can reach far beyond our immediate world. Her work challenges us to think deeply about the big questions of life and death, also while celebrating the beauty of individuality and introspection. For these reasons, her poetry is not just a cornerstone of American literature, but an essential component of any serious study of the human condition. One of her famous quotes that really spoke to me is, "Forever is composed of nows." To me, this sums up Dickinson's poetry. It captures fleeting moments, turning them into something eternal. That is my presentation of Emily Dickinson's life and why I believe she should be in this class. I really hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye to this semester.